Wednesday, Copper Hills, and welcome to this week's In the Know video, where me and Nicole are back as always, keeping you up to date on what's happening here at Copper Hills as we strive to help each other increasingly be with, think like, and be mistaken for Jesus. We have a lot of events and opportunities coming up here at Copper Hills for you to get involved in at any stage of your faith and where you're at and walking through life. But I just want to take a minute to remind us that we do all of this because we want to be people who increasingly spend time and interact with Jesus in new ways throughout our days, our weeks, our months, and our entire lives, because that shapes us into people that begin to think like and be mistaken for Him in the world. And that's why we do what we do. So Nicole, we have a lot of things to talk about today. Why don't you kick us off with a spiritual practices class that's going to be happening coming up pretty soon, right?
Yeah, so speaking of being with Jesus and thinking like Jesus, we're in a series right now at our Sunday morning services called A New Way to Be Human. We've been talking about different spiritual practices that we can engage in, whether we're new to our faith or we've been following Jesus for a long time, that will help us begin to be with Jesus more so that we can think like Jesus more and ultimately be mistaken for Him. And so the first session that we'll be having is coming up on February 2nd, which is actually this Sunday. And the spiritual practice that we'll be talking about is solitude. So if you're interested in maybe a little bit more about what spiritual practice are, maybe you want to come and check it out, you can head on over to our website, our events page, and you can sign up for the event, or under our ministry tabs, there's an entire page about spiritual practices that we would love for you to check out. And we hope to see you this Sunday at our spiritual practices session over solitude.
Yeah, these spiritual practices that we're going to look at over the course of the year are ways, like you said, Nicole, to help us put ourselves into positions through activities, through practices, through habits, to help us be more in tune with Jesus in our lives. And so that is going to help us be with, think like, and be mistaken for Jesus. And in the vein of being mistaken for Jesus, we have a baptism weekend coming up on February 23rd. If you are ready to declare your faith in Jesus through a public baptism, we want you to sign up. We want to know so that we can walk alongside you and get you baptized this February. It's going to be an amazing day. You can head to our website to get all the information that you need about getting baptized. But when we're baptized, it's not only about the public declaration that we're making, but we are being mistaken for Jesus and reenacting the gospel of His death, burial, and resurrection and the new life that that gives us. So what a special way that we get to be mistaken for Jesus in our own church family.
Yeah, so if that's you, we're so excited to celebrate you on February 23rd. We also just believe that life is better done in community, and we have a ton of ways to be in community with people here at Copper Hills, but a specific one that we wanted to talk about this week is we have a program that we've done for a few sessions now called Grief Share. And this is an opportunity for you or somebody that you might know in your family or a friend who might be in a season of grief right now and loss. And so even more so in those times, we need people to do life with and to walk with in our grief and in our sorrow. And so if that is something that might be helpful to you or someone that you know, the new session of Grief Share is starting on February 11th. There's one currently going on, but if you wanted to start right from the beginning, or if you want to join Grief Share again, you can go to our website, copperhills.org/events, and you can find out all the information about Grief Share, what the program is all about, what you'll walk through, and ultimately this is just a way for us to be with people as we grieve, which is so important.
Yep, like you said, community is so important, and I'm so glad that we have ministries like Grief Share designed to create community around specific areas that are hard in life that we can walk through together. But we also have a lot of opportunities to connect at Copper Hills just for community's sake, because there's nothing better than that. And so for our 60 and better folks here at Copper Hills, we have a ministry called Prime CH that is just for you. And their next meeting is happening on February 7th. Head online to copperhills.org to register for that, find all the information that you need. But we are so glad that we have a space for this group of people to just come and experience community together here at Copper Hills.
Yeah. And then if you're a dad and you have some daughters, we're really excited to say that we're going to have another father-daughter dance coming up at the end of February on February 28th. And the theme I'm so excited about. Rhinestones and Wranglers.
That's adorable.
Shut up.
That's
adorable. That is the cutest thing I've ever heard. So if you're a dad and you want to take your daughter out on a cute little date night, head to our event page, copperhills.org/events, to sign up for our dad-daughter date night, Rhinestones and Wranglers. It's going to be an awesome evening. Our events page has all the details that you'll need to know as a dad to have an amazing night with your daughter.
Yep. The final thing that we want to let you know about is, as a church, we want to take notice and take interest of those around us and in our community. One of the ways we love to do that is with our West Wing Classic Car Show. And we have another one of those coming up on March 8th, and we need volunteers to make that happen. So would you consider getting involved that day and helping serve our community by putting on an amazing event to reach them, to get to know them, and start conversations around who Jesus is and what that looks like for them. So it's an amazing event. Would you please get involved with that?
Yeah, such a cool way for us to take notice and take interest, but also be mistaken for Jesus. Church family, we love you. We're so excited to see you this Sunday at one of our 3 services, 8:30, 10, or 11:30, as we, I think, finish up our series.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we will find out. But we're going to be talking still about a new way to be human. It's been a great series. We're excited to see you. Love you, church family. See you next week.